All right, what's going on, guys? Time for Act 2. We're going to head in with the sewers. Don't really have any upgrades or anything. Cleaned up the inventory a little bit. I put chances on just because the Brock gloves that we found, they're okay. Weren't really helping us too much. So I figured, you know what? Let's just amp up that MF. And we are going to need to get some summons. Hopefully not too big of a deal. It is a little bit rough though, like, we don't do very much damage. Wow. Hold on. Ellie, be careful. We'll slowly ramp up though as we get a few. Alright, we're all set up. Yeah, we're on players 8. This extra skill point is going to be nice, and we are so close to a lot of upgrades. Basically from level 21 to 28, we have quite a lot going on, so that's going to be nice. Not sure how rough Act 2 is going to be, and we might end up respeccing and switching it up to see, you know, if we can make it any faster. Because at this point, we do have quite a few skill points that we could use. You know, we could look into going into, I don't know, Bone Spear, Corpse Explosion, maybe even just Teeth. Especially once we have the Spirit. The Spirit Sword. We'll have a ton of mana, we'll have some faster cast rate. We might be able to actually start casting ourselves. But I am loving the summon, so I'm kind of like, you know, low-key, I'm not hoping that we have to switch. I'm hoping that we can keep doing this. Because this has been great. Nice and relaxed, I can take my hands off the wheel. As long as I'm using my curse, we're happy. I've been dipping my toes in a little bit more of the Vessel of Hatred Diablo 4 expansion, and it's actually quite fun. The atmosphere is really nice, so for at least the very start of the campaign, really enjoying. So if you guys are interested, take a peek. I got a playthrough that's coming up the same time as this video probably. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. Will the end game be the same? Will it be something that I'm playing all the time? Maybe, maybe not. We still have a lot of work to do on the Holy Grail. But I can say at the very least, the campaign, the art, the atmosphere, really nice. Very similar to Diablo 2, which I think is what... I'm not going to speak for everybody, but it's definitely what I wanted. When I heard that Diablo 4 was being released, I was like, please, you know, try to capture that same gruesome atmosphere. You know, like the kind of stuff that we saw in the last video or two when I was in, I think it was in the jail, that torture scene. Like, it's so, you know, that's what I want to see when I see Diablo. Looking back at Diablo 1, you know, the Butcher. And his room just full of slaughtered corpses. Come on, guys. Come here. The poor golem, he can't contribute. Actually, nobody can contribute because the mages are just... Yeah, I'm gonna pull them over here. Come on, guys. Yeah, no. Very annoying. I really wish I could move them. But it is what it is. Small disadvantage of going summons. It's really just like small areas like this, right? And that was kind of the same for a lot of stuff. Like when we were playing the Hammerden as well, it was you know, oh yeah, we're going down to the maggot layer. It's rough. And it's, yeah, that's going to be really rough with this character too, actually, now that I think about it. That might be when we respec. And maybe we just respec for like a little bit. I feel like Corpse Explosion would be really crazy good in that kind of situation. Bone Spear and Corpse Explosion? Yeah. We will probably try that out when we get to the maggot layer, because it's just, the corridors are so narrow. I've been running some lower cross on the Sorceress. We are getting ever so slightly closer to that Enigma. I'm really hoping that by the time we get to Hell or Late Nightmare on this character, we might have it. Just depends. Depends how lucky we get. Nice. We're gonna keep dumping into Skeleton Mastery for now. That's basically all we need right now. But that'll change soon, I'm sure. This is not the right way. I had a feeling. We're getting close though. We're getting close to level 30. I'm so excited to use Poison Nova. I really hope that I'm not let down. I'm not expecting it to be like crazy, you know, insane or anything, but it would be nice if it was, you know, a power spike at the very least, you know. That's pretty much all I'm hoping for, is that we get him and like, oh yeah, here we go. And of course it'll slow down, but come on, guys. We get the main target. There we go. See, this guy's distracted. It is a little bit annoying, but it's just the way it is with suns. Boom. Very nice.
What a waste of undead flesh.
Oh, yes. I love that. Okay, so, I mean, we could put a little bit into the Golem Mastery. I don't really think it's worth it, though. I think it's kind of like a Skeleton Mastery all the way thing. We are base 16, so we still have quite a bit to do before it's actually maxed out. Alright. Level 20, we're very close to actually having our first little upgrade here, which is going to be the Worm Skull. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the inventory.
I know.
That way we can use it as soon as we level. And we don't really need that. I'd rather just keep the gold. Now, speaking of gold, is there a chance we find something better than this? I mean, this is really good for what we're doing right now. We might want to set ourselves up, though. Read a Blood Golem. 200k, though. Here, I thought we were rich. Yeah, like Bone Spear. 141k, though? Nah, I don't really think... This could be okay. I think we're just gonna pass for now, though. Let's go ahead. Get started on getting our cube. I think we're definitely getting to a point where even if we don't, you know, transition away from most of our points being in summons, it would be really nice to have something to use ourselves, like teeth or bone spear or something. We are starting to get a little bit mana hungry with how much I'm using this amp damage, but that could just be a me thing. It's It's so tiny. If the radius was bigger and we could hit an entire group with it at once, we'd be okay, but sadly that's not the case. Sand lepers are so annoying. Nice. I'm really hoping once we have some plus to all skills items, we'll be able to summon more skeletons. I want more. I just want more summons. Maybe even Poison Dagger. The only problem with Poison Dagger is that you give up the wand. And the wand can just roll so many skills. You know, it's like... I don't know if I'm ready to give that up. Okay, let's look for the waypoint. Yeah, it's definitely getting to a point here where the summons that we have are not enough to take on big groups like this quickly. Where is the big boy? There he is. They're so quick and weird. They like roll over. Nice. Yeah, as I'm sure you know if you watch the other playthroughs, Act 2 is definitely my least favorite act. But I'm starting to get used to it. You know, it's a little bit of a pain, but I'm starting to realize it's not all bad. It's just, it feels a lot more random than the other acts in so far as trying to find the waypoints or the next areas. I feel like you have, you know, with Act 1, you pretty much have like a path that you can follow the whole way, right? Act 3 is similar. Yeah, Act 3 is just as annoying, honestly. Act 4 is so straightforward and small. And Act 5 is also very straightforward. So Act 2 and 3 are just kind of outliers where they really challenge you to explore the whole map. Which I guess is a good thing. But it can get frustrating when you explore 90% of the map and what you're looking for is in that last 10% that you gotta go backtrack and find. There we go. And now we can get our cube at least. I'm honestly, like, should we maybe just give it a shot and see how it feels? You know what? I think we should. Let's just do 1 point into everything here. We got our amp damage. Increasing the non-magic damage they receive, and this does magic damage, so I wonder if teeth... I know the teeth is like the way to go. It doesn't really seem... But our only other option is poison explosion or corpse explosion. And this we can only get a few points in. I mean, that's a lot of damage though, right? Like, and then the poison dagger. But I don't want to switch to a dagger. That's the only thing. Okay, well for now let's just do this and then put the rest in here. I don't know. This, you guys are probably gonna see this and go, that is like the worst thing I've ever seen. But I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit slow right now. You know? Yeah, that damage is not there. But at least we can do something. You know? Our skeletons are gonna be a lot weaker now. Let's see how the poison goes. I don't know, that doesn't feel better. Oh, I also lost this stuff. Okay, hold on, guys. I have to decline board. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it, and I also forgot that I get a strong soul. Okay, that's definitely not it. You know what, let's just see, like, full teeth, I guess. I mean, I really don't think this will be good either, but who knows? Don't completely wrong, please? We're experimenting here.
Hello.
Actually, it's just also so awkward when it comes to the merchants, too. I just think it's, I don't know, it's so backwards. The guy that heals you, or the girl that heals you is the blacksmith. She also doesn't sell potions. It's like, well... Yeah, this is...
I need money.
You know what, guys? I was wrong. I'm going back. Skeleton mastery. And now we lost all of our skeletons, so that was not worth it at all, but now we know at least. Oh man, then when they die and they're cold, they don't give me a body, and these guys are... Wow, I think I really screwed us. Okay, here we go. Maybe we can hit some of these guys. There we go. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, this is so much better. We are definitely going to stay with the summons. Now, I'm sure that corpse explosion and even the poison explosion, I'm sure that they're strong, but the problem is if we can't get the first couple kills easily, then we're screwed, you know what I mean? And maybe I'm just doing it wrong. And guys, please let me know. I'd love, you know, your input on what I should be trying. It's easy enough to go find a build online for the end game, but it's a lot more difficult to find a build that works at my specific level with, like, almost no gear. So, I hope you'll bear with me as I experiment with what our options are. But that bone spear felt weak, the teeth felt weak, even at, like, level 16. I'm sure it's good if we have an army of frontline and a bunch of monsters in the background and we're just spamming it. But unfortunately, I don't think that's really what we got going on here. And I am a little bit worried for the maggot layer now. Because we're gonna have like 1 or 2 summons attacking at a time in those small corridors. But it is what it is. This is the life I chose. The Player's 8 Necromancer playthrough. Very empty room. Oh, it's so empty in here. Okay, at least we're gonna hit 21. We'll get a little bit of a boost. Any minute now. We are, like, really over-leveled, right? Like, most people would say do tomb runs until 20, and we're 20, and we're not even anywhere near the tombs. So, there we go. Awesome. Okay, so, I mean, yeah, there's no real way of really seeing how much this is helping us, but let's just put it on. How do we look? We're looking pretty cool. Definitely better than this cap, but it served us well. Served us well. We're gonna have a lot more upgrades coming in the next few levels. That's gonna be really nice. At this point, though, like, if we're going to continue with this build, the Arm of King Leoric is going to be a much better weapon slot item than the Spirit. Until we're actually casting. And now I'm starting to doubt whether... whether we're going to be using Poison Nova as soon as we hit 30 or not. It's possible that that is not going to be the most optimal way for us to go about this. Stay alive, Ellie. Feeding you potions like crazy. I'm starting to feel like maybe we do respec a little bit, but we put extra points into the actual raising of the skeletons, so that we can have a little bit more summon. That might be what we need to do. But I'll experiment a little bit after this episode so that you guys don't have to suffer with me. But yeah, okay, there's our cube. Awesome. Okay, I mean, yeah, that is just... How are we going to beat that right now? You know, the +3 to raise skeleton is phenomenal. We have 1 point, and it's giving us 3 skeletons, which is so good. And this is probably better for her.
Good use.
Sure you will. Okay, let's clean up the inventory.
Hello.
Repair. Sell, 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 sell. Put this back in here. Okay, so we're looking at a lower helm at 27. We could use this if we'd rather at 28. Personally, I prefer the war hat or the peasant crown over the lore. This has the lightning resist, but 20 vitality, 20 energy, replenish life, faster run walk. It's got it all. We only have 4 more levels until we can use the spirit. And then everything else is quite a while. This will be really nice at 45. And then yeah, so this is 2 to all decrepify. Yeah, I don't even think we're gonna use this, honestly. This, on the other hand, this is 4 to skeletal mage, 5 to raise skeleton, 5 to skeleton mastery, and still gives us 2 to poison and bone as well if we want to rock Poison Nova. So, yeah, this'll be pretty huge, and I think it's likely that this is going to be better than the spirit. Yeah. Almost definitely. So, at least we have a couple steps of upgrades, you know. We hit 25, we got the spirit, we hit 27, we get the lore, then the peasant crown, then we're looking for the arm, and then we got the homunculus. So, we're going to slowly get stronger. It's just going to be a little bit rough for a little while. Yeah, we got nothing else really in here that's going to be too useful for us. But, alright guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for bearing with me through this very slow grind. But we'll get through it, and I will see you in the next one.